But something very interesting came out, of course, of the half-naked pictures, or three-quarters naked, whatever you want to call them, the video and the pictures that surfaced around New Year's Eve. And Tommy Lahren, a conservative pundit, has come out and said that she believes she knows why Angel Reese deleted her Instagram.
Why does Angel Reese appear to suffer every time?
Into that, I just got to point this out because I almost wonder, is Angel Reese on the verge of some kind of meltdown or something?
Caitlin Clark shines. Is envy taking over the basketball rivalry? Let's break down the drama.
Well, interesting things have happened. We all saw the gas station video the other day where Angel Reese claimed that she was so pretty it made her fearful of going to the gas station.
Angel that's had everyone talking and figure out what's actually going between these two stars. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are names that come up a lot in conversations about women's college basketball. Both have built a reputation for being incredibly talented players. But what really draws attention is how different they are, not just in their play.
Because it seems, and imagine this, she posts half-naked pictures all the time, but she's going to put this up asking for God's help. Okay. Wow.
Playing styles, but also in how they handle the spotlight recently, it seems like the rivalry has taken on a new twist. Especially when you start looking at some of Angel Reese's actions off the court. Angel has always been a fiery personality, someone who wears her emotions on her sleeve. She's not afraid to speak her mind or do things her way, even if it stirs up controversy. That confidence is part of what makes her such a compelling athlete to watch. But when Kate Clark entered the picture, things seemed to shift. Caitlin's ascension has been nothing short of stratospheric. She's routinely dominated headlines, not by seeking attention, but simply by playing incredible basketball. Whether it's her three-point shots from what feels like half court, or her ability to control the game with ease, Caitlin's skills speak for themselves.
Something very interesting came out, of course, of the half-naked pictures, or three-quarters naked, whatever you want to call them, the video and the pictures that surfaced around New Year's Eve. And Tommy Lahren, a conservative pundit, has come out and said that she believes she knows why Angel Reese deleted her Instagram. And before we jump into that, I just got to point this out because I almost wonder, is Angel Reese on the verge of some kind of meltdown or something?
And that's where the comparisons begin for Angel. It must feel frustrating. She's worked hard to build her brand both as a basketball player and as a cultural figure. Yet Caitlin seems to get the recognition without trying. It's almost like Caitlin just steps onto the court, plays her game, and walks away with all the attention. Meanwhile, Angel often finds herself in situations where she has to actively push to stay in the public eye. Take the recent New Year's Eve incident, for example. Angel posted pictures of herself in a revealing outfit which quickly went viral.
I mean, look, if I felt like this was a real cry for help and legit, and you were fitting to change your ways and all this kind of thing, then I probably wouldn't be doing a video on this. But this feels like a virtue signal, right? And
you see, people were talking, but not in the way you'd expect, instead of celebrating her confidence. Many criticized her for seeking attention. Some even questioned why someone with her talent felt the need to rely on such tactics. What made things even more intriguing was how this tied back to Caitlin Clark. You see, Caitlin doesn't really do social media stunts. She's not out there posting flashy pictures or making bold statements to stay relevant. Her focus is on the game, and that approach has...
It's amazing to me how many people are buying into this crap. Not me. Sorry. God, thank you for giving me the strength every day to mentally, physically, and emotionally keep going. Prayers. What? This first comment, sums it all up. Only through his strength can you post half-naked pictures and then complain that people sexualize you.
One of the biggest earned her a lot of respect. People admire her for keeping things simple, for letting her performance do the talking for Angel, though it seems like this contrast creates a pressure to keep up a pressure that might not always lead to the best decisions. One of the main criticisms Angel encountered following that New Year's Eve article was that it diverted from what really important basketball fans and experts alike started to question whether her priorities were in the right place. Was she more interested in being a cultural icon than a basketball great? The timing couldn't have been worse either with a new season is almost approaching. Although it might seem like a valid grievance on the surface, the context made it seem more like another attention-seeking tactic. Critics suggested that if Angel really wanted to avoid this kind of situation, she might think about presenting herself differently. Instead, the conversation revolved around her Instagram and the gas station video, in which she claimed that she detested going to gas stations because people would recognize her and make her uncomfortable with remarks about her appearance. Many people didn't like it when you posted explicit photos online and complained about being objectified. At this point, you have to ask yourself, is this really about Angel attempting to take over? Caitlyn, a conservative analyst Tommy. According to Lauren, Angel's recent behavior is a part of a bigger pattern that is motivated by competition and envy. Tommy asserted that Angel erased her Instagram account as a calculated attempt to take Caitlyn's attention rather than as a result of any introspection or personal progress. It's a big allegation, but it's easy to see her perspective when you consider it. Whether she breaks records, makes amazing plays, or just shows up on a podcast, Caitlyn doesn't need to make headlines. People find her. While Caitlyn's name is frequently featured in the press, Angel appears to be in a different circumstance. Although she is clearly gifted, her strategy for remaining current frequently seems more calculated, ranging from flamboyant attire to divisive remarks. This dynamic is intriguing, especially when you take into account how it reflects their personalities, as Angel appears to rely on creating buzz to keep herself in the public eye. Fans are drawn to Caitlyn's calm confidence because she is more reserved, disciplined, and all about the game. Angel, on the other hand, is fearless, vocal, and not hesitant to defy convention in a variety of ways. Their rivalry is fascinating because of S, but it also begs the question of whether Angel's strategy is incorrect because, in the modern world, being a star frequently entails more than just being the best at what you do. Social media branding and personal image are important factors. The problem is that when people talk about Angel Reese, they are more likely to bring up her most recent Instagram post than her on-court performance. For Caitlyn, the focus is almost entirely on basketball, which is where the jealousy comes in. Angel may feel like she has to put in twice as much effort to receive half the attention, and even when she is in the spotlight, it's frequently for the wrong reasons. Although it's a difficult situation to be in and it's easy to see how it could lead to frustration, Caitlyn gets to enjoy the benefits of being a star without the same level of scrutiny. The bigger question, though, is how this will affect their futures. Both players have the capacity to accomplish amazing things. As the season goes on, it will be interesting to see how their rivalry develops. Will Angel manage to strike a balance between her personality and her performance? Will Caitlyn continue to dominate the court with her quiet confidence? Angel's charisma and confidence could make her a cultural icon, while Caitlyn's skills and discipline could cement her legacy as one of the greatest basketball players of all time. In Angel's case, that might mean stepping back from the drama and letting her talent take center stage. She has already shown that she is capable of greatness, so it will be difficult for her to maintain it. One thing is certain, the tension between Angel Reese and Caitlyn Clark isn't going away anytime soon. To truly understand this tension, it's important to consider the pressures they face from both the game and the outside world. Women's sports, regrettably, don't always receive the same respect or attention as men's sports. So players like Angel and Caitlyn are not only competing on the court, but also vying for attention in a space that doesn't always prioritize them. This is where their methods drastically differ from one another. It's difficult to ignore someone who is shattering records and putting on highlight-worthy performances game after game. But what happens when someone like Angel, who is equally incredibly talented, doesn't receive the same level of recognition? It's easy to say, just let your game speak for itself. But in practice, that doesn't always work, and Angel seems to understand. Caitlyn has made a name for herself through sheer skill.